President, Vice President.
President, a girl, you pathetic worm. You're going to have to build it's terrifying the speed with which.
This
Terrifying.
yes.
And you're the boss. Get this straight. You're the boss. And are you called headmistress?
I'm called director. So there's a lot of technology companies.
We now have amidst us Lord Jeffery Archer.
Good morning. A very, very warm welcome to Lord Archer at Pathway School, Noida. We feel so privileged to be able to host Lord Archer and have him come. He was curious in the previous 5 minutes about school education in India.
We'll try again. Good morning.
Good morning.
And came to writing by mistake. Went into hospital administration and became the chairman of a great hospital for 10 years. Because India's next generation is going to be run by women. Stand up, all the girls. Stand up, all the girls. Sit down, all the girls. Stand up, all the boys. I think India is probably the best cricket team in the world. Between Australia and India, when VVS Laxman and Rahul Dravid remained at the crease all day after these idiot Australians had told you to follow on, and you stayed all day and then you beat them the next day. That's my idea of cricket. And by the way, I go to work each day wanting to go to work. The worst expression you will ever hear in your life in Great Britain, and I don't want any one of you ever to say it. Oh good, it's Friday, I get the weekend off. You're in the wrong job if you say, oh good, it's Friday, I get the weekend off. I'll tell you what I say, oh hell, it's Friday, I can't wait for Monday. That's what the attitude we must have. So who's going to have the courage to ask, you'll tell me when I've got to stop doing. You're in charge, are you? How frightening. What's the point of view? Tell me what's the point of view. And you'll call out the name of the student in that way. I get up to work and I go to my desk and I pick up my pen and I begin. And it just flows and flows. It never stops. It is a God-given gift. I tell you the cold facts. For every 1,000 books sent to a publishers across the world, one is published. For every 1,000 books that are published, one gets into the bestsellers list. For every 1,000 books that get into the bestsellers list, one goes to number one. So the answer to your question is, it's damned hard. But if you want to be the leading ballerina in the Bolshoi, it's just as hard. If you want to sing at the Metropolitan Opera House as a contralto, it's just as hard. All standards have pressed me into doing Facebook and Twitter and blog, and so I now have 4 million people on my blog and 250,000 people on my Facebook. But I can't do it myself. I get up and go to my secretary, called Alison, and I say, I want to tell the Indian people how well they've done against Australia, and I tell her what I want to say, and she presses all the buttons. But what a bunch of wallies those Americans are. They still haven't chosen a woman to be President of the United States. And frankly, I think most women would do a bit better than President Trump. Can you believe that? Come on then.
Okay, Bhumika from DAB Kailashans. Your question, please.
You don't know what a question is because it's not written there. It's a surprise question. And my best friend at Oxford said, "You've got the wrong title, Jeffrey. The title's on page 130. And he said, and I went to my pathetic publishers, and they said, "It's too long, Jeffrey. Not a penny more, not a penny less. It's too long." They like short titles. Kill. Now, Cain and Abel was originally the protagonists, and then it became the brothers, and then it became rivalry. And I was walking along the embankment in London one night when suddenly, oh my God, Cain and Abel. And you know in a split second, you've got a magic title.
It's an opportunity to meet in person an author who has mastered the game. And we've all been mesmerized by the arrows from his quiver full of experience.
I noted when I came in that the top person in the school is a girl, and the second is a boy. Where?
Hopefully Oxford.
Oh, good, good, good. Thank you very much, Chief.
Sir, I just have one last question.
You're a tiresome animal. What's your last question, tiresome animal? What's your question?
So why would you sit in the front seat of the car and stand at the back?
You know, it's very interesting. Listen to this carefully, young man. There's two reasons I sit in front. If you're a man of the people, you don't sit in the back. If you believe in equality, you don't sit in the back. The driver's every bit as important as you are. He's got a life just the same way as you have. He goes home with problems just as many as you have. Treat him as an equal. You have a privilege of being well educated. Don't take advantage of it. Treat all people as equal.